community. It matters. People's Postcode Lottery, proud sponsors of Emmerdale.
The Tate family burst onto Emmerdale Farm in the late 80s.
They had money and didn't have any shame about showing off.
The helicopters, the cars, the houses.
It's awesome.
Bringing new money.
We haven't seen that glamour and power in other soaps.
Dirty dealings.
I warned you.
Everybody wants to see Kim have a comeuppance.
Kim, please.
And multiple murder to Yorkshire. Over the next half hour, sit back and lap up the luxury and sensational stories of the Tates. This is Emmerdale Family Trees.
I'm not a charity. I'm not helping wide-eyed young girls manage their affairs.
She knows a damn sight more about sheep rearing than you ever will.
There's no future in sheep.
3 words I would use to describe the Tates: ruthless, passionate, and outrageous.
Posh, scheming, money grabbing.
Dastardly, evil, nasty.
Is there nothing you wouldn't do to get your own greedy, grasping way?
Power, money, control.
Take away your fancy house and your fancy car, and you're just a sour-faced bitch.
They are a juicy family.
You've always been cheap, Kim. And now even he can see that you're no better than a common prostitute.
Before the arrival of the Tates in 1989, life in Emmerdale was a little more, well, rural.
It was quite strange coming in as this powerful, different family into this very quiet, rural soap.
I'm Sugden, Joe Sugden. This is Emmerdale.
Kim Tate, pleased to meet you.
Cliffhangers prior to that were, will Annie's scones burn?
Jam labels may not be much to you, but they're important to me. They're tools of my trade, same as screwdrivers are of yours.
Bringing glamour and new money to home farm in Emmerdale, the Tates certainly ruffled a few feathers.
What do you reckon, Jack?
I reckon this must have set Frank back a bit.
They had money and they were going to cause a bit of a stir.
They weren't from Yorkshire, for a start.
Bloody farmers.
We'd seen Dallas, we'd seen Dynasty. We hadn't seen that glamour and power in other soaps.
Millionaire businessman Frank Tate, his second wife Kim and his children Chris and Zoe wasted no time shaking things up in Emmerdale.
You gotta hand it to him, Jack. He knows how to put on a good show.
Chris loved the fact that no one else could afford what he could do and didn't have any shame about showing off how rich he was.
Climbing to the top of the heap, aren't you? Never mind if you have to tread in a few fingers on the way up.
The helicopters, the cars, the houses. It's a lifestyle that I'm sure everybody would like to have.
During their time in Emmerdale, the Tates snapped up most of the village, owning 4 farms.
There aren't many people out there who'd buy a farm that's on its knees. Don't throw my generosity back in my face.
9 cottages.
You can't just turn up whenever you please.
I know. Anyone would think I own the place.
A haulage firm, a stud farm, and the vets.
I declare the Emmerdale Veterinary Surgery open.
They like to take over most of Emmerdale.
And as the empire grew, so did the animosity between Kim and her stepson Chris.
Turning into quite a shark, aren't you?
Getting there.
It was all quite happy family. As it went on, Chris thought that Kim was just after their money, which turned out to be quite true, I think.
It's Tate land, Dad. Our land. She doesn't even have a right to any share.
Her name is Kim Tate, Chris. And you'll treat my wife with respect.
They both have a nasty streak in them.
Oh, good morning, stepmama. Glad to see you in such jolly Christmas cheer.
Go to hell.
The Tates will do whatever they want to trample on whoever they want to get what they want, even if that means their own family.
From hostess with the mostess.
Right. You better start talking, big gob.
I don't take orders from an ex-prostitute.
You're a nasty piece of work, aren't you?
To soap super bitch.
Nice top, by the way. Always love how you don't care what people think about you.
Being so utterly toxic.
Kim Tate's ruthless ambition has never allowed anybody to stand in her way.
You can be pretty fearsome when you want something.
I'm a pussycat. It's great playing Kim Tate. I love it.
You're not going anywhere till we've got this sorted out.
I don't let farmhands get in my way.
When Claire switches on the Kim, it's terrifying.
Once I'm done with you, you'll know firsthand exactly what it's like to have no one and nothing.
Kim was definitely not to be trusted.
There's a slug in my salad.
I can do all the things that you can't normally do in real life and get away with without getting a slap.
Who said it were only Halloween when witches appeared?
She's a softie, really. She's just misunderstood.
But the village villain was to be thrown a curveball of her own when she fell pregnant in 1996.
What's going on?
She's got to go to hospital.
She can go where she likes.
Do you want the baby to be born here?
It's probably conceived here.
It's Frank's baby.
So?
He doesn't care about me, but he wants this child.
Her son's entrance into the family was far from simple, as it kicked off a paternity battle that lasted 2 years between Frank and Kim's lover, Dave.
Frank, it's my baby. You can throw me out as many times as you like, but I'll keep coming back. Hey, I'll come back when you're dead and buried. You won't stop me then, will you?
You'll have to wait a long time, Sonny. A very long time.
Kim!
The whole storyline was pretty complex. Kim knew Dave didn't have any money, but she loved him.
But Kim's lust for money soon proved that love doesn't conquer all.
You only get the money if you never see Dave Glover again.
I think it highlighted the ruthlessness of the Tates precisely.
You can't put a price on a child.
I can. £1 million. That's what I sold this thing for. What? It's a business transaction.
They didn't give a damn about the baby. It was all about money.
It should be there, shouldn't it? Not there.
It's over, Kim. And James is here where he belongs. You've lost. Now, why don't you accept that fact, take the money, and get out of our lives?
But Kim was going nowhere.
She is up to something.
You sleep well, darling. When you wake up, we'll be a long way from here.
And £1 million richer, Kim carried on the affair with Dave. But even the Tates' queen bee couldn't have it all.
James stays with me. He's mine.
Just get out of my way, Frank. It's over.
I warned you!
And in a story that took more turns than Bruno Tonioli on the dance floor,
David!
Kim witnessed the dramatic death of her lover.
David!
Kim, please!
You're a dinosaur, Frank. And you know what happened to them?
Stood over Frank having a fatal heart attack, and eventually left Emmerdale with Jamie in 1999. But not being one to miss a good party, Kim returned in true Tate style almost 2 decades later.
Who are you?
I own the place.
Followed soon after by her estranged son, Jamie.
Jamie! Jamie, are you all right?
Who are you?
I'm his mum.
She's no one.
Jamie, please!
Close the doors. Close them.
Coming into the Tates is an interesting one because obviously the family is so full of controversy. It's awesome.
Where is he?
Right here, Mum.
Jamie!
Hey. What are you doing?
He's not like them. He's different. He's got a different side to him, that he's caring and he'd put his family first.
Wouldn't you even give me 5 minutes?
No,
Jamie, she's your mum. Why do you hate her?
I don't. But if you had any sense, you'd do the same as me and run. He is a bit more innocent and naive and down to earth.
Which we've not really seen with the Tates before.
What did I do that was so terrible, Jamie? I mean, where does all this hatred come from?
Do you really need me to answer that?
Kim loves Jamie, no dispute about it. I mean, she'd do anything for him. What she hadn't bargained for was Jamie having a wife.
Sorry, is there a problem? Only I've been driving since the crack of dawn and it feels that way.
You see a horse on the road, you slow down.
The first time they met, was a full-on head-to-head in the middle of the village.
To be honest, I don't care about you or your stupid horse.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? Oh, looks like she's got on the wrong side of your mum.
Kim couldn't stand her before she could even introduce herself.
You're all right. Is someone going to tell me what the hell's going on here?
This is Millie, my daughter, and Andrea, my wife. No one's quite good enough for a little boy.
You wonder why I didn't want you to know about us.
Maybe you should wonder about that yourself. Ray had a granny, and boy, she was old.
No sooner were the new Tates embedded into Emmerdale, scandal hit.
We both know I could be Millie's father.
It is always more interesting to play characters that have got secrets.
But secrets don't stay secret for long in Emmerdale. And Kim's third husband, Graham Foster, chose Christmas Day to let the cat out of the bag.
You want tragic? How about the rich old lady not knowing her precious little granddaughter isn't really her own flesh and blood?
It took everything in me not to turn around and go, oh, like you would at home.
Millie isn't Jamie's daughter. She's mine. Happy anniversary.
It's history repeating itself with the whole paternity sort of up in the airness that Jamie experienced as a child.
No, she's yours.
You knew?
Only recently.
And you didn't think to tell me?
Oh, she's been very busy since then.
Seems like you've all been busy telling lies to me.
I think most children in Emmerdale go through some sort of paternity battle sooner or later.
Coming up in Emmerdale Family Trees, a shock Tate-Dingle wedding. And a devastating plane crash.
Community. It matters. People's Postcode Lottery, proud sponsors of Emmerdale.
Macmillan are asking you to go sober-ish this October. Be a fortnight Frankie, a 3-week Wesley or a totally sober Cindy. Sign up at gosober.org.uk.
I wash my hands to protect my family.
I wear a face covering to protect my mates.
I make space to protect my nan.
Hands.
Face.
Space.
I wash my hands to protect my colleagues.
I wear a face covering to protect strangers.
I make space to protect you.
Hands.
Face.
Space.
As we spend more time indoors, we need to do whatever we can to help protect each other. So please, wash hands, cover face, make space.
Our skin tells a story of daring, youthful adventures and lifelong friendships. Stories that deserve the best care. Dove Body Wash's new formula works with your skin for lasting care. So your skin can keep telling stories beautifully. New Dove Body Wash. Proven lasting care for the skin you live in.
Foodies, I'm reviewing new gourmet Nature's creations. Exquisite recipes inspired by nature. Slow-cooked mini fillets rich in chicken with high-quality selected natural ingredients. And the taste? It's 5 stars from me. I'd give it 6 if I could. New gourmet Nature's creations. Purina.
This is the one you've been waiting for. The SCS Double Discount Sale. Now on with massive savings on sofas and carpets. There's a great double discount on this sofa, down to only $379. And on this sofa, $499. But it must end Monday. There's great double discounts on carpets with nothing to pay for fitting. Plus, everything's free for a year, with 4 years free credit and guaranteed Christmas delivery. But hurry, this $299 double discount must end Monday at SCS.
Sainsbury's Price Lock. We've locked the price of over 1,000 products for at least 8 weeks.
Again, this dance is gonna be on track. I said over and over and over again, this dance is gonna be on track. I said over and over and over again, this dance is gonna be on track.
Sainsbury's Price Lock. Your favourite products and prices you can rely on over and over, shop after shop.
the touch of a button, unique technology creates exceptional coffee in every style. Virtuo Next, more from every cup.
Did somebody say just eat?
Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib I'm sitting in. Tacos to the chateau, please. Did somebody say just eat? Private jetting in the night sky. My man hand glide by with my fried rice. Ride, J-U-S-T-E-A-T.
Somebody say just eat.
Banaz had 5 contacts with the police before she disappeared.
She loved you.
You must find her, please.
I care very much. I will not rest until I bring her killers to justice.
New drama based on true events. Honor, this September on ITV.
Community. It matters. People's Postcode Lottery, proud sponsors of Emmerdale.
For over 30 years, the Tate family have been creating scandal after scandal in Emmerdale.
Well, you can't say us Tates don't give the village gossips plenty to talk about.
But behind closed doors...
Get out of here now before I throw you out!
Life at Home Farm was far from simple.
Home Farm was jinxed from the moment we turned up.
When you just look back at the things that have taken place in that living room alone...
There's been murders. There's been affairs.
You must go, Neil. Frank might be back soon.
I'll see you again. The fire.
They do, and they have, got away with murder.
Oh no, you won't shoot me, Zoe. You couldn't.
There's been a few, haven't there, actually? Oh dear.
But in 1993, the Tates were to be part of a storyline that was to devastate the whole community.
They wanted a blockbuster of a storyline, and they got it.
What's that? Look out!
I think the budget for it must have been sky high because they'd never done anything on that scale.
The plane crash was Emmerdale's most ambitious storyline, and for the actors, it meant one thing.
When all the cast got their scripts for the big plane crash, the first thing everybody did was go to the back page and see if you were still alive.
It was thumbs up or thumbs down, whether you were going to actually survive it. And mine obviously was in the middle.
18 million viewers were gripped as the disaster ripped through the village.
Whatever family you were from, everybody came together. Whether your house had blown up and your house hadn't, everybody wanted to help.
Go to the post office, get as much medical supplies as you can.
4 cast members were killed and Emmerdale was scarred by the loss.
We can't stay here. I've got nowhere to go. I've lost everything.
And even with all their money, the Tates couldn't escape the impact of the crash.
I've been talking to the doctors, and they've told me that you'll probably never walk again.
Chris ended up in a wheelchair, which actually made him even more bitter and twisted than he was before.
Get out and leave me alone!
We can't just leave you like this.
Go now and don't come back. And take these with you.
I think the wheelchair changed him in the fact that he was far more vulnerable.
Don't you want me to walk? Do you prefer me being dependent?
I want you to have the best life possible, given the way things are.
But obviously felt immensely sorry for himself, which came out as a sort of whinging meanness.
Shove it, Zoe. You shove your offer where the sun doesn't shine.
A year later, Chris's first wife, Kathy, had had enough.
I hate you.
Paving the way for Chris's second marriage and birth of his first son in 1995. But his marriage to Rachel also failed.
I'm suing for divorce on the grounds of adultery.
And in 2001, Chris set his sights on wife number 3.
That Chris Tate is loaded, isn't he?
Smart little lady, aren't you?
She can smell a rich man a mile off.
What do you want?
Oh, is that how you greet all your customers, then?
You're not a customer.
You don't know that.
You're a dingo.
Charity was just outrageous, and she was very different to the rest of the dingles.
So what do you reckon? Do we look like one of those supermodels?
The unlikely union shocked both families, and Chris's sister Zoe was less than impressed.
I will do what it takes. And once I've started, you won't be able to shut me up.
It's battle of the two strong women either side of Chris Tate, and in the end, Charity just does what she does best, shocks people.
Seem to be lost for words now, don't you?
Everyone watching is like, what? What just happened?
I certainly didn't see that one coming.
During their illicit affair, Zoe became obsessed with Charity.
Can't keep me and Charity apart.
You're just kidding yourself.
You're the one doing that.
Right, Zoe?
In the end, money stole Charity's heart, and she and Chris married in true Dingle style.
You look wonderful.
I don't think it's very suitable.
Certainly doesn't leave a lot to the imagination.
If you've got it, you might as well flaunt it.
Chris marrying Charity was great. He knew it would upset everyone, and quite clearly did.
Hell would freeze over before I'd welcome that slimy little tour-rag Chris Tate into my family.
Driving around in a Cadillac, showing off to the whole village was right up her street.
Everything is going to be just how you want it to be today.
Following their marriage, a heartbroken Zoe plunged into depression and was eventually sectioned and diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Please. Pretty please.
Zoe. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not interrupting. No, not at all. Sit down.
And after 16 years of being involved with some of Emmerdale's most iconic storylines, the actress Leah Bracknell faced her own battle off-screen.
When you have an illness like this, you have to change your perspective quite radically, but it doesn't have to be negative.
And sadly, in 2019, Leah lost her battle with cancer.
I'll always be proud of you.
Leah Bracknell was a complete joy to work with, just because she was so professional, so kind. I loved her a lot.
She was just the most pure, honest, beautiful person, inside and out.
I think working with Leah was fantastic. She was basically like a sister.
Come here. Most of what I've done, good or bad, is because I'm a Tate.
It took the death of Frank and the poisoning of Chris.
Chris! Oh my God!
Before Kim could rise to the top as the last original Tate in the soap.
It's all a game, isn't it?
Maybe it is, but there are rules. My rules. And anyone who breaks those rules, I'm afraid it's game over.
But there was no chance Kim was going to let the Tates fade away.
Kim Tate is definitely on a mission to own as much as possible.
And in 2019, Kim had the Sharma's factory in her sights.
I made that place.
You did well. I've seen the accounts.
How?
And if the numbers add up, it's a great little investment.
It was inevitable that she was going to end up trying to get her hands on part of Sharma and Sharma.
After a fire devastated the factory and the family were up to their eyeballs in debt, Kim saw her chance to take her stake.
You're agreeing to a bad deal, Jay.
It is the only deal that she will agree to. Either I agree to her terms or we lose everything.
So, what's it to be? I don't think Kim has any qualms at all about destroying a family business.
Will you please tell me what's going on?
What is she doing here?
I'm Jay's new partner, Rishi.
And Kim was quick to show Jay who's boss.
My family built that company from nothing.
And then you let it burn to the ground. Jay probably thinks, yes, he could topple Kim.
Everybody wants to see Kim have a comeuppance, and I would love to be the character that did that to her.
I can't see it myself.
After 3 decades of fighting, fallouts and financial woes, the pressure's on Kim to keep the next generation in line. And she's got her work cut out.
I'm a Tate too.
You must be Noah.
Yeah?
You're half Dingle. And with Chris Tate as a father, well, let's just say the odds are severely stacked against you.
Watch your mouth.
If he knew he had a son called Noah Dingle, he'd be turning in his grave right now. I think there's no doubt about it. That would destroy him.
I think Millie is one to watch.
Granny, could I do your hair?
Why, what's wrong with it?
She's the future of the Tates.
There's always ups, there's always downs. But I don't think they'll be going too far.